Okay. Hey y'all. Okay, so the festivities are over, hallelujah, and I'm so excited that Christmas is a done data for the year, and I don't have to worry about this anymore at work, at home, in general. Christmas has become like the most exhausting holiday ever, and I'm just completely over it. It was fun when I was 2, now I'm 22, and I'm over it. So, if you didn't see the last video, Merry Christmas, or Merry, if you're watching this tomorrow, Merry belated Christmas, if you will. But I decided that um, I want to do a reading today because there is, I don't know if you guys know the little Christmas story that people always do. I don't know the exact name of it, but I always called it the Christmas story. If you know that Twas the Night Before Christmas thing, that whole little recited poem or sonnet, whatever you want to call it. Sonnets are like love poems that Shakespeare wrote. Whatever. That little essay thing. So I never heard more than after the whole creature was stirring mouse part. So I was curious this year, and I guess I decided I was going to come and read it to you guys and give some feedback because I never heard the rest of it. That's all for some reason, maybe either the person I was reading it to me stopped at that part or I stopped listening. One or the other, but I never heard the rest of it. So here we go. We're going to read it all. So here we go. I guess the real name of it is A Visit from St. Nicholas. So this is by, or Twas the Night Before Christmas. Redirect here for whatever. Who wrote this? By Clement Clarke Moore. Okay, so here we go. Where's the beginning? Here we go. This is long. Okay, here we go. So it's the night before Christmas when all through, that's THRO apostrophe. Okay, clearly he's not the most educated. The house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. Now, I'm not sure what type of house you live in, but my house don't have no mice in it. And if your house does have mice in it, I'm gonna need you to call Terminex or somebody to get that situated. Because even if the mice are there, they shouldn't be stirring up anything. That's just how I think. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their bed while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. I don't know what type of weed these kids smoke. Sugar plums. And what is a sugar plum? Is that like the fruit? Plums are a fruit. Are they like candied fruit plum? I don't know. Okay, here we go. And Mama in her kerchief, and I in my cap. What's like a handkerchief? If your mother only has on a handkerchief, like the things that go in men's pockets, like the suit pockets, she needs to have some class because you can't just walk around and those things are small. Is that covered? Are they like pasties? No class. I don't know who wrote this. He must have been high. Okay. Had just settled our brains for a long winter nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter. On the lawn, like the grass outside the house. So if Santa Claus was coming, isn't he supposed to be on the chimney? What the fuck is he doing in the front yard? Was he like checking y'all mail first, and then maybe he just dropped that off with the presents? I'm confused. Okay. I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew with a flash, tore open the shutters, and threw open the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. I thought it was 9. Where's Rudolph? Now, I know he was the most popular. I know Rudolph the Red-Nosed. I know that poem or a song, and he was the most popular, so where the hell is he at? Oh, here we go. So, gave the luster, I read already. With the little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick, okay? More rapid than eagles, his courser they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer. Oh, so one of the reindeer was a dancer. He's my favorite. Now Prancer and Vixen on Comet, on Cupid, on Donder. I thought it was Donner, like Donna Summers, and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly. It's a hurricane? In the winter? That's crazy. Where they live at? They must live in Hawaii. When they met with an obstacle, mount to the sky, so up to the housetop, the courser they flew. Oh, so they went from the lawn to the roof. He must have been picking up the mail. Okay. With a sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nick came with a bound. This is why I don't believe my parents ever told me about the whole Santa Claus thing. They just, like, gifts were there and we got gifts for Christmas. Don't tell me about no man coming down, because we never had a chimney. So you can't tell me a lie and tell me he comes down the chimney, because we don't have one. Did he come down like the little heater dock or something? Well, that's beyond the point. That's a different story. He was dressed all in fur from head to his toe, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. What suit? If you know, put it in down below. A bundle of toys was flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His he's drooling? Oh no, his droll little mouth, was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of his pipe he held tight in his teeth. So Santa Claus was a smoker. Okay, that's good to know. We have a smoker coming down our chimney, dropping off gifts to our children. How does that sound? This must be a trap house. The stump of his pipe, I read that, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump and right jolly old elf. They sound like they're insulting him more than they're describing him. And I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings and turned with a jerk. And laying his finger aside on his nose, giving a nod up the chimney he rose. So he didn't bring y'all no gifts. He just pushed it in y'all stocking. That's offensive. Y'all must have been bad. He sprung to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, Happy Christmas to all, and to all good night. Okay, so that was what I'm going to consider the 12 days, or not, a visit from St. Famous, me. My interpretation of a visit from St. Nicholas, or 'Twas the night before Amos, Christmas, whatever. That's really offensive. I don't like that. So, yeah, that's it. Bye, guys. Ho, 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 Merry Christmas.